Hey there, I'm Daisy Whitney in San Jose reporting for Beat TV and NBC Bay Area. As part of our series of interviews with Cisco, we had the chance to talk to an executive there about Cisco's new router, what it is, what it does, and who benefits. Tell us about the demand that you're seeing for video on the internet and what's needed to manage all of that traffic.
So when we look at it today, what we have is about an average user in US consumes about 12 gigabytes. That's roughly equivalent to about 32 to 40 DVDs per month, versus an average global speed is about 4 meg or 4 gig per user, which is about 8 DVDs per month. When we look into the future, we are talking about 15 terabits. And just to give you an idea how much 15 terabits, that's equivalent to 3,750 DVDs per user per month. And that's going to be enabled by those 3D televisions which just hit the market. Telepresence, and you will see consumer telepresence. You will see business telepresence for video communications. So video is going to be the primary driver for those 15 terabits, or about 3,750 DVDs per month per user in the future.
And of course, that's going to change how traffic gets managed. And you're getting a lot of attention because of a new router that you're introducing that is sort of regarded as this super speed, supersonic router. What is it exactly and how does it work?
I think to define how an experience, a video experience that you and I as consumer can enjoy, you've got to break it up into two components. The one which comes to your home, whether it's your cable connection or your DSL connection, could be fiber connection in many parts of the world. Now that could be anywhere from a couple of megs to 50 meg, 100 meg, and 1 gig in several parts of the world too. Now that's one part of the problem. So you have opened up the last mile. Then you have this internet freeway, the superhighway, which connects the different data centers together, for example, the different websites together, where the video content might be stored. So what we announced with CRS-3, or Carrier Routing System 3, is a capacity which has about 322 terabits. Now just to give you how big that is, you can transfer the entire Library of Congress, the US Library of Congress, in 1 second. And every person, every household in San Francisco could get a 1 gig connection, enough of throughput through the network itself. Every movie ever made across the globe could be transferred in 4 minutes. That's the kind of capacity that we are building so that the internet will always be ready for video applications.
Okay, but what needs to happen for this to get into the marketplace? Who do you have to sell it to? Where does it have to get installed? And what has to happen along that value chain for me to experience those type of speeds at my house and for you as well?
So I think two parts to it. First, you have to make sure these video data centers that are media data centers that is being built across the globe, they can all be connected and distributed in a very transparent fashion. So this is where we work with telcos, the cable company, the mobile companies that will build these data centers, as well as the connection between these data centers to get the video, and also moving the video content closer and closer. Say you're living in San Francisco, you want the video content as close as possible to San Francisco so that you can get a much better experience. The second part of it is the last mile itself. So you want to make sure that you have a pretty decent speed in the last mile through your cable connections or your mobile connections in the future with 4G coming along. Those are the two things that is needed so that you and me as a consumer can have a tremendous experience when we watch video over the net.
So what's your time frame for this router to be rolled out in a meaningful way so that we experience these type of speeds?
So I think what we have already started, and one of the customers who was part of our announcement was AT&T. So AT&T did a first trial of the CRS-3 and the 100 gig speeds in the backbone of the network, in a live network itself. So that kind of is a starting point, and we will be shipping the product in another quarter or so. So then you will see this platform being deployed by various service providers who build the foundation for the next generation internet. And as that bandwidth keeps growing and the last mile keeps growing, you and I will automatically start seeing that we have a much better video experience over time.